I'm just thinking back to my job that I quit before my last job, and like while I was at this job, I was still doing predator catching, and I was talking to a lot of predators online that were talking about wanting to meet up. And then I ended up quitting this job because there was people stalking me at it and doing all this weird ass shit that was really fucking weird. So I ended up quitting that job, and in hindsight, I'm kind of like, maybe I shouldn't have quit that job because maybe I could have caught some more predators or whatever. Whatever, it's in the past, but like, if I wouldn't have quit that job, maybe I would have actually caught some more predators. But instead, I quit, and then I can't afford to catch predators anymore because I'm always struggling for money now because I lost my other job because there was a predator working at it that I caught stalking me, gang stalking me with other gang stalkers. But I just think like I had these predators on my phone and then I lost them because I can't afford to do it anymore. And I just think like I could have got some more catches probably by now. And it just sucks. And then, but even when I was though, they would have people at my like I would be decoying, talking to predators at my job because I'm trying to make it realistic. Like I'm a child talking to them, so why would I disappear every night? Like I gotta talk to them a little bit to make it realistic that I'm an actual child. Because otherwise, I just disappear every night when I go to work. So, and then I'm just talking to them while I'm in school. You know what I mean? So I'd be texting them while I'm at work because there's nothing going on. We're all just standing around doing nothing. But then, magically, when I start texting predators, things are happening. There's phone calls coming in, or there's just people walking over by me and like starting a conversation with me, or just like walking over right next to me, like next to like where they can see my phone. There's just people coming in to distract me from talking to predators that I'm trying to catch. And then like one day I was texting a predator and like the thing that I said, the my coworker across the room said the thing that I said that I texted as I texted it. It was like 2 words or whatever. I forget what it was, but the exact thing that I said, they said it across the room right as I hit send. But they would just always have these people coming over, distracting me, or a phone call coming in, and nobody else is answering it. I'm the one who has to answer it, or things like that. Customers coming in, or whatever. Or they're just like, hey, can you help me with this? All of a sudden, like, there's nothing going on until I start texting the preds, and then they all of a sudden need my help with something. So it's like I either have a job and my work schedule's in the way, and then occasionally I'll get lucky. I'll catch them on one of my off days, whatever. But like my work schedule's always getting in the way though. And then if I try to text them at work, there's people coming and distracting me. If I'm texting them in my apartment, they're making noises outside as I text them and shit. And then on the way to the catch, I'm being gang stalked. This is it's sick. Like they're literally. I just wish I could do it full time, and I could just get paid to do that. Because there's a lot of dudes online always talking to children online. A lot. Every time I get on there, there's always dudes talking to children on there. A lot of them. Like an epidemic of them. And then there's always the same ones on there too, who I'll probably never catch because they're like, they're either just too smart or they're just uh, never gonna meet up. They just talk to children online, but then they never meet up. But like, there's always these like same dudes on there when I get on there. But yeah, that's just all that I want to do with my life though, and I can't really. At least right now, I can't. But it's good to know that the cops are out there doing it all the time. That's just all that they do is catch predators. Right? That's good. That they don't use our tax dollars to stalk and speed trap all day. It's good that they do less of that and more of catching predators. Right? At least they're doing that while I'm unable to catch predators. Because I'm the only other one doing it out here except the cops, and they just do it all the time. That's like all they do. So that's good. Because if they stalked all the time instead, that would be really pathetic. But they don't do that ever. Hear that truck beeping outside? They're making a bunch of garbage truck noises this morning outside my window. The garbage truck slammy noises. And they were doing that right before I started recording too. But yeah, like I said though, every job that I've ever lost is because of this program. Whether I ended up quitting or whether I ended up getting fired, it was because of this program, because I'm being stalked and harassed and fucked with in all sort of ways. And have a bunch of people trying to make me have a fucking anxiety attack every day and make me uh, snap out and kill somebody or kill myself or whatever, anything. Make me go crazy and distract me and sabotage my entire life. And then right now I can't get a job, probably to sabotage my life. Probably because there's people being told to not hire me to sabotage my life. And then when I do get a job, they're stalking me at it constantly to sabotage my life, to try to get me to quit or get me fired, or just make every day that I go in a living hell. And shoot frequency weapons in my ears while I'm at work. and all those types of shit, and have pedophiles working at my job that I caught stalking me at my job while I'm trying to make money to eat. Jobs are already stressful for everybody. Nobody likes to go to a job 40 hours a week. It's stressful. But then they have to add on more stress on top of that, and I don't get paid more. I get paid the same. So it's like working two jobs with the pay of one. So, if there wasn't people sabotaging my life, I probably would have more predator catches by now. There would be more people that, as of now, are not exposed as a pedophile, and the people in their family don't know that they're a pedophile, but maybe they would if there wasn't people sabotaging my life. Maybe they would be exposed to the community. Possibly, I could maybe get them arrested. I guess. Apparently, there are ways to get them arrested that I just recently discovered. But they would at least be exposed if there wasn't people sabotaging my life, keeping me from exposing them. This is really fucked up to think about. There's just a bunch of guys online right now talking to children that should be exposed, but I can't expose them because I'm constantly trying to find a job and I can't find one. And my rent just went up. And the food's going up. So maybe I'll never catch predators again and they'll just be unexposed. Because there's people that want to sabotage my life and keep me from making money. And waste my time and waste my life while they waste their own life, wasting my life. They're wasting their own lives too, and they're ruining the world for their own children. And they're keeping pedophiles unexposed that might rape their own children. You know? They're just wasting their own life being a stockhead all day. But yeah, I try not to like dwell on the past and whatever, but like, damn, maybe I shouldn't have quit that job, because then maybe I could have caught more pedophiles. I don't know, man. it is what it is, I guess. My life just feels really stagnant and just I'm fucking losing my mind because I can't find a fucking job. How many pedos did I catch? 13. 13 in like 2 years. Last one was in August last year. And while I was at it, there was people. I was at a park, like over by the playground. But these people, these gang stalkers, came over with their children right before he shows up. Like, I don't know if they know what I'm doing. They might not know what I'm doing, the gang stalkers. But, like, the orchestrators know what I'm doing, though. They know that I'm about to catch a child raper. And then they're sending these people with their children over by me to stalk me. And, like, their children are screaming synced and shit over there. And they have red shirts on or whatever. They pull up in white cars or whatever. I don't remember. But they were over there gang stalking me, though. I remember that. And they just came over, like, right before he showed up. And they're just, like, right over, pretty much right next to us, where I'm meeting him at. They knew I was going to be over there, and they knew what I was doing. But they send people with their children over there. Like, isn't that crazy to send people with their children over there while I'm doing that? Who am I working with? Myself. How do I know I'm being gang stalked? Because I am every day. And go watch my videos, you'll figure it out. It's a lot of things that they do, but they do it consistently. They're doing it outside right now. What's out there? Is it a garbage truck? He's making slammy noises right when I stand up again. What is it? Oh, it's this other truck. No, I mean, I work for myself to catch chomos. I just do it all by myself. You hear those slammy noises? He was doing that synced. Like now he's just doing it. Like there's no cars driving by with him doing it or anything, but he was doing that synced. Like before I stood up. So I guess I could become a gang stalker. I could just make money doing that, but then I gotta do what Simon says though, so they might not let me catch predators anymore. They'll only let me go out when they say I'm allowed to go out or something. So I don't know if that would work. And I could sign up to be a cop. They're always hiring, but they don't catch predators though, so that wouldn't work. That's not in their job description. At least not their main job, which it should be if they're here to protect and serve. They should always be out catching predators because there is always predators online. A lot of them. Too many of them to count. They could always be online with multiple cops catching predators if they really wanted to, or could, or whatever the fuck. But they would rather stalk. Like they say that they can't catch predators because it's entrapment, but stalking is illegal, so why not just catch predators instead? That would be better for the world than stalking. To do that illegal activity instead of stalking illegally. I'm just thinking logically again. There's a white and a silver car syncing up right now. Are the garbage guys gang stalking? Not right now, but they were when I woke up this morning. There is no gang stalkers. Okay. I'm sure you can do that as a hobby. What do you do after catching one? Well, I tried to turn them into the police, but the Nebraska police can't do anything with my evidence. Unless, I guess there are some ways that I can get them arrested, maybe, apparently, that I just found out recently. But as far as just turning in my evidence to the cops, which is black and white evidence that should be acceptable and would be if it was an actual child that they were talking to. But since I'm not an actual child and since I'm not a cop, they can't accept my evidence because this world is fucking retarded. In other places, they can accept your evidence, but here in Nebraska, they cannot. For some retarded reason, they can't accept my plain as day, black and white evidence of a grown man coming to rape a child in broad daylight and then caught on camera admitting to it and showing up at the place where they said they're gonna meet and wearing what they said they were gonna wear and bringing a Gatorade bottle with them that they said they're gonna bring or whatever. Like, they can't accept it, but if it was an actual child they were talking to, they could get them arrested. So basically, they can't arrest them unless an actual child gets either assaulted or talked to online. Basically, they can't do anything unless an actual child gets raped. But apparently, the state troopers do things, I guess. The state patrol or whatever. That's what people were telling me. And there's all these whiteys syncing up with this guy opening his truck door. I don't know. So the cops follow me? Yes. They follow me. They waste their time and my time and all of our tax dollars to follow me around and stalk me and set off their sirens on me and do U-turns next to me and whatever. Do fake pullovers, pull over another gang stalker in a fake crisis actor street theater show. They just do all that stupid shit and speed trap and speed up to catch people for speeding, but then they don't give themselves a ticket for speeding. Because speeding is dangerous, and that's why they catch people for speeding, but then they're speeding to catch you. And then there's two cars speeding instead of one car, which is twice as dangerous, but then they don't get a ticket though. They'll do that all day instead of catching child rapers. Which they could be doing. I mean, I guess it's entrapment if they do, but like, they could do it through ICAC or whatever. They could, like, there's ways of doing it, I know. I don't know how it all works, but they could probably do more than they're doing. They could probably do more useful things in the world except stalking and doing useless things. Like these stalker heads outside right now. A lot of them. This car just like creeped around the corner as this other car took off, and he's just sitting sideways in the parking lot. Oh, now someone's getting out on the passenger side. Okay, he's dropping someone off. They're getting out right as a white truck drives out, but there he goes. But sometimes there won't be people getting out. They'll just pull up sideways in a parking lot for no reason and then take off again. And they just made this slammy noise in this truck as all these cars went around the corner. Like all these cars drove out, and then as they all go around the corner, they're making a slammy noise in the truck. And then they just did it again with another car going around the corner. Maybe they think they being gang stalked. Who? Who thinks that? People do go to work this early, the people that drive up and sit. I don't know what you mean. They drive up and sit stalking me. They do that a lot. Like every car that I see, pretty much. Maybe they getting stalked. I don't think so. I think they're stalking me. I mean, they are technically also getting stalked by the people that are controlling them or whatever. They're being watched. And they're all like stalking each other as they stalk me. So they're kind of being stalked. Ask yourself, why you so special? All these people stalking you. I don't know, man. Ask them. Apparently, I am so special because they just keep doing it with a lot of people. A lot of people are out here stalking me, working for baby rapers to stalk me, to keep me from catching baby rapers. I mean, it's been happening before I was catching baby rapers, but that's what I'm trying to do though, is catch baby rapers. And they're keeping me from it by stalking and sabotaging my life and slandering me and keeping me from getting jobs and making every job that I work at hard to work at and sending predators that I've caught to work at them with me and stalk me at them. And then at the other job, there was a predator that came in one night that was a customer, and I had to cash him out at the register. And then there's also a registered predator that lives in my apartment who's a stalkerhead. He works with the police to stalk me, and they do nothing but stalk with pedophiles and children. Pedophiles, children, and the police are all working to stalk me, and the police do nothing to stop pedophiles. I'm the only guy in town that does. Just me. Except maybe the state troopers or whatever. I guess they do it, apparently. But I don't know where to find the catches they've done, and then I don't know. And probably they could do more too. Even if they do that, they could probably do it more, but they focus more of their time on other petty things that don't matter, like speed trapping and stupid things like that. Catching herb gardeners. Just catching people with plants. Catching people going too fast with a fast car that's also going too fast. Or stalking. Trump 2024. You trying to get banned, bro? You're gonna come onto ILCAT's page and say Trump 2024 when you know that ILCAT is the only vote? How dare you? I'm gonna remember your name when I get elected. You better apologize. All the stalker cars are coming out now. It's almost 6 o'clock now. Everybody's waking up and had their stalker coffee. They're all coming out now on their way to work. There's a lot of stalkers driving by. What am I running for? President of the United States of America. So vote for ILCAT. Otherwise, if you don't vote for ILCAT, you can't complain when they elect another baby raper or baby sniffer or one of those things. If you don't vote for ILCAT, you can't complain. So vote for ILCAT. There's just all these cars pulling up in the parking lot and syncing up with each other. Like this one car pulled up a minute ago, and right as this other car pulls up and parks, he hits his lock button on the other car. And right as he walked behind that car, their doors open. They just keep doing it with multiple cars. And cars driving by on the street, and then other cars driving out on the street, and right as it does, the lights turn off on this car in the parking lot, and then it's meeting a white semi at the intersection, and then this other car took off, synced with it too. As it drives behind them on the street, they're doing sync things with it. And then this other car is syncing with this other car as the other car backs up onto the street. Get a van and go live in it. I would. I would live in a van. It's a good idea. And then someone else just pull up in the parking lot, and then right as they get out of the car, there's another car driving behind them on the street. It just keeps happening with every car that comes in the parking lot. They're syncing up with other cars. And then someone walked into the building as that car drove out on the street. Show you the stalkers. Let's go watch all my other videos. You'll see a lot of stalkers. Non-stop stalkers. I don't want to show them out my apartment window because there's stalkers out here, and they'll watch the video and then they'll be like, oh, he lives over there, even though they already know where I live. So I don't want to show outside my apartment window. I've recorded a few things out my apartment window, but I'm gonna save it for until I move. So just take my word for it. There's a lot of stalkers out here right now, nonstop. I mean, right now there's a little pause right now, but then here's a car and it's gonna stalk a bit. Yep, it's stalked with other cars. They're stalking again. It'd be like a 10-second pause, 30 at the most. And then once the sun comes up, there's like no pauses ever, except occasionally. There would be occasional pauses when the sun's up. It's pretty much non-stop when the sun's up. If I don't see them, then I hear them. And I see them again, though. I'm seeing them. I'm seeing them. Another car just pulled up in the parking lot, stalkered up. And then it's gonna take off out of the parking lot, stalkered up after they drop the person off. They closed the door right as another car drove out on the street. And then the car is taking off right as that car goes around the corner on the street. And then as it drives out onto the street, out of the parking lot, there is gonna be another stalker, a white stalker, right at the exact same time, and then it syncs with two other stalkers at the other corner with the white stalker, and then they're syncing with each other at the other corner, meeting each other at the intersection, coming from two different streets. And now there's a pause again, and then stalker right now. This car is gonna stalk. Nope, it was just a car by itself. Good. What about this car? Alright, two cars by themselves. Good. I just saw two cars drive by themselves, completely by themselves. What about this car? Stalker with the white truck. He stalked with the white truck. A garbage truck. Yeah, those were definitely stalkers if it was the garbage truck. I could sign up to be a garbage man, but then I gotta be a stalker though. I don't want to stalk. Can I be a garbage man without being a stalker? Or do I have to be a stalker too? Because it seems like you have to be a stalker because they're always have to stalk me every time I see a garbage truck. So I guess I can't apply to be a garbage truck because then I'll have to be a stalker truck. So what jobs are actually hiring so I can make some money to eat and catch more predators and pay my rent that just went up? I could either be a stalker or a stalker cop or a stalker garbage truck or a stalker FedEx. It seems like there's only stalker positions available. So far, it seems that way. But I worked at Domino's and I didn't stalk when I worked at Domino's, even though every Domino's car I see is a stalker. So maybe I could be a garbage truck and not be a stalker. I don't know. But all the ones that I see are stalkers, though. Nope, just your brain malfunction. What is my videos? What's a brain malfunction? Good luck on today's job search. Thanks, man. Appreciate it. Well, I don't know what else to say right now, so I'm gonna end the video right now. But it's just crazy, man. And I think about, I see these predators stalking me after I caught them. Were they stalking me before I caught them? And did they know that I was gonna catch them? And what is going on with that? I'm trying to figure out that. Because after I catch them, I see them stalking me. Not all of them, just like a couple of them. I've seen them stalking me afterward, and one of them was working at my job stalking me. But I'm like, were they stalking me before I caught them? And did they know that it was a setup? That they were about to be blasted as a pedophile? And they went knowing this? Or what? Or are they stalking me? Like they tell them to stalk me afterward? Or what? Why do I see people that I caught stalking me? That shit's weird. But I do though.